guys, welcome back to another style video as part of the Fashion Mumblr Spring Edit. We're having a new style video every single day this week here on my channel. Today it's going to be a little bit more of a chatty one. I thought I would have a bit of a discussion with you about things in your wardrobe to splurge on, to invest in, and those things that we can get away with saving on. I thought this would be quite an interesting one, and I really analysed my own wardrobe to look at the pieces that have been really good investments over time, maybe some things which I invested on which I shouldn't have done, and some things which, where I've saved, I felt that the more affordable option has done me really well. So I've come up with a list. I think it's around 6 things in each category, and I've seen a few other YouTubers doing this type of video, so I really wanted to share my own thoughts on where to splurge and where to save in your wardrobe. As we are going into spring, a lot of these are going to be spring themed examples, but I do generally think that these categories can be applied all year round, so hopefully you find this video really useful. Everything that I mention, as always, will be linked down below, and if you enjoy this video, at the end of it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet to my YouTube channel here so you don't miss any upcoming videos. So I'm not going to do a long rambly intro. Let's get started with the first item to splurge on. Got my notebook here so that I don't forget anything. Okay, so I feel like this first one is a really obvious one, and it's something that if you are not new to my channel, you may think I sound like a bit of a stuck record, but the first thing that I would always recommend investing in are your basic pieces. How predictable, I know, but it's so important to invest in those core things in your wardrobe, because I truly believe that the basic pieces in your wardrobe are the building blocks that help you put together your outfits every single day. Now, your basics can vary person to person, and depending on your personal style, I would say that my basics at this time of year, for example, are a really beautiful midi skirt, and I have invested in the premium high street area. You guys know how much I absolutely love my Reese woolen skirt, this one here, and then I also recently treated myself to this beautiful Tory birch skirt, but this is a basic for my wardrobe, but a midi skirt I know is not a basic for everyone, so really take a look at those pieces that you find yourself wearing time and time again. For a little bit more inspo on the basics that you should have in your wardrobe, I would definitely recommend checking out my 10 spring essentials video, which I published earlier this week, and that gives you more of an idea of the basic pieces that you should invest in for your spring wardrobe. Another one, of course, that I can mention is a lightweight knit. These are the kind of things that work for many different occasions. This can really be dressed up and made to look a lot more smart, or right now I'm just wearing it with cashmere jogging bottoms to be really relaxed but still quite smart looking too. Throughout the year, your basics might include a leather jacket, for example, or it could be something that you find yourself adding to your outfit every day. Perhaps you love silk scarves and accessorizing your outfit in that way. Your basics are truly personal to you and your personal style, but those things that you wear on a daily basis that work as the core building blocks of your wardrobe, I would always recommend investing in quality over quantity, because I truly feel that a really good quality basic piece always elevates your outfit. The first thing that I recommend that you save on is actually a little bit more precise to a springtime wardrobe, and I know I literally just mentioned midi skirts as something to spend on, but that's just my personal style. Something that I think you can save on this spring is satin skirts. I have picked up quite a few. This is a recent example, one that I absolutely love. This was just very inexpensive from ASOS. I have seen satin skirts in Topshop. I've picked up a few of those myself, and other stories, ASOS, really affordable retailers. And then I've also seen satin midi skirts from brands like Reese and brands on Net-a-Porter, and the more expensive ones can often be over £100. And to be honest, I really don't think they are worth investing in. Firstly, with satin, it's very easy to ruin, and I'm normally really careful with my clothing, but a tiny bit of oil, whether that's from your hand cream or it could be a bit of hairspray or something, or even if you're wearing jewellery that could catch, it's very easy to put marks in satin. It's a very delicate material, and in general I find the more expensive the satin, it's probably got a higher silk content in the material. It also creases a lot worse as well, so I think in this instance this particular trend is much better to save on than splurge on. A little bit of a wild card for my second splurge recommendation, and it's actually your hair. Your hair is something that you wear every single day. I know obviously it's not technically a fashion piece, but I think that your hair adds to your entire look. So if you aren't going for regular trims, you aren't keeping your colour looking its best, then that can instantly bring down the tone of your entire outfit. And I totally appreciate that it's really expensive to get your hair coloured really regularly, but there are some really fabulous products you can use at home. You guys all know what a huge fan I am of the Red Ken Blondage range. What I would say is that if you don't foresee yourself wanting to spend, I don't know, between 80 and up to £200 every 6 weeks on getting a colour maintained, perhaps tone it down a little bit so it's more manageable if you don't foresee yourself wanting to pay those maintenance costs. Blonde hair in particular is really expensive to maintain, and you want to be using the home care products as well. But I would say when you've just had your hair done and it is looking fresh and fabulous, you always feel your best, and it really helps to illuminate both your face and your outfit as a whole. I go to a salon called Lock on Ego on King's Road, and I always come out feeling so much more confident with my entire look when my hair is looking its best, so definitely something I would recommend splurging on. So I'm very conscious, of course, that what could be a splurge for some people might be very inexpensive to others, and vice versa. So take all of these recommendations and suggestions with a bit of a pinch of salt, and this one might seem a little contradictory, but my second product category that I would recommend saving on is jewellery. Most of the jewellery that I have in my collection, which is more classic, i.e. not a trend piece that I can wear all year round, and with most of my outfits, is from that really nice, again, premium level. It's not high street prices, but it's certainly not designer like diamond jewellery prices. So brands like Pandora, Monica Vinader, Missima, that's where this necklace is from. My earrings are Monica Vinader, and my rings, which actually I've forgotten to put back on after the shower, are Pandora. So that is the price point that I'm comfortable with for my everyday jewellery, and be conscious of the things you are going to get more wear out of. You don't want them to tarnish, so spending a little bit more in that area is definitely advisable. However, where you can save is more trend-led jewellery, and a really good example of this is the pearl trend and the shell trend. If you follow my blog, you may have spotted a luxury wishlist post. I put these together with things that are sometimes out of my price bracket, but I still admire, and I included this gorgeous pair of Chloe earrings, but I think they were £210, and this pair from Mango are so similar and a fraction of the price. Obviously pearls are really timeless, but having this big organic pearl shape on a pair of earrings is very on trend right now, so I think I'd be a little bit gutted if I spent a couple £100 on a pair of designer earrings and then didn't find myself lusting over them a few months down the line. So pearl jewellery like this, the high street has some amazing options, and you're not wearing them every single day, so they don't necessarily need to be gold or silver plated. Shell jewellery as well, another really good example. There are some super expensive shell necklaces and bracelets on Net-a-Porter, but the high street has some amazing options. This necklace here, which I wore a lot in the Maldives, is just from Topshop. These earrings as well are also from Topshop, and shell jewellery is a passing trend and more likely than not something you're going to wear on holiday. So in these instances I would definitely recommend going to the high street rather than those high price point pieces. The next area where I definitely recommend splurging a little is for your footwear. Your footwear can really make or break an outfit, and I definitely think it's an area where you do get what you pay for. Generally, if you spend a little bit more on shoes, you're going to get that superior quality. So better raw materials such as leather, better design details, and your shoes are going to be looking their best and lasting a lot longer. Once again, you don't necessarily need to be going to the designer price tag when it comes to your shoes, but looking towards those more premium retailers. A good example is this pair that I picked up from Tory Burch. Yes, they are more expensive than a Topshop or River Island pair of shoes, for example, but as I said, you absolutely get what you pay for. The quality of these is absolutely gorgeous, and because they are a classic design, very versatile, they're going to go with lots of outfits, I'm going to get my price per wear out of these. So yes, I spent a little bit more, but these aren't going to be looking scruffy after a few uses. My feet are going to be comfortable, the material is breathable, and the attention to the craftsmanship and details on these makes all the difference. If you do have the budget for a pair of designer shoes, I would highly recommend the Valentino Rock Studs. These are without a doubt probably the most worn shoes in my entire wardrobe. I wear these to weddings, I wear them to special occasions, I wear them to even just things like dinner out with friends and family. I truly get so much use out of this pair of shoes. So while I wouldn't recommend splurging on a particularly trend-led pair of shoes, hint hint, ugly trainer trend, don't even go there, I would say if it's a pair of shoes that is going to work with a lot of your outfits like the Tory Burches, or a pair that year after year they're going to look absolutely elegant and add so much of an uplift to your outfit, then I definitely recommend making the investment. On a slightly different note, I also have to mention my new Chloe sandals. These I plan to wear with so many different outfits over the summer, whether it's a more casual look with white jeans and a t-shirt, or whether it's for beach trips, for holidays with wearing with a bikini and a beach dress. I feel that by splurging on a pair of designer sandals, it's really going to make me feel and look my absolute best with loads of different outfit options throughout the summer months. And as far as designer shoes go, these weren't ridiculously expensive. Obviously they were expensive for sandals because they're Chloe, but I think if you can find a pair of shoes that you can foresee yourself wearing all season long and you know it's going to uplift so many of your different outfits, then once again, worth the splurge. So I've already mentioned chunky trainers and shell jewellery, but my next category as a whole to save on is trend pieces. I mention all the time here on my channel that if you are a little bit unsure about a trend and you're not sure how it'll work for your wardrobe, always go to the high street first. There would be nothing worse than spending hundreds, maybe even thousands of pounds on a really on-trend piece which you're absolutely smitten with at the time, only to find a few months down the line no one wants to be seen wearing it, it's not cool anymore, and it never really worked that well for your wardrobe originally, so you never find yourself wearing it ever again. If it's a trend piece that is so true to your personal style that you would wear it no matter whether it was on trend or not, that's a different story. But the kind of trend pieces that I'm referring to, for example chunky trainers, but also a couple of months ago and still now we're seeing people wearing cycling shorts, things like that. If you're a little bit unsure about a trend, I would always go to the high street, go to those affordable retailers if you want to experiment with a trend. A lot of the time, if it's not right for you, like the cycling short trend, just ignore it completely. But if you're a little bit intrigued and you want to try it out, go to the high street, see how much you're going to wear that piece, how well does it work with your style, with your lifestyle, with the other things in your wardrobe, and then if you see yourself wearing it over and over and over again and you can't get that designer version or more premium version out of your head, then perhaps it is a good idea to invest. But as a whole, super on trend pieces are ones that I would recommend saving on. My next splurge category is an area of clothing that you're going to get so much wear out of that the price per wear is going to make this worth every single penny, and it is your workwear outfit. So if you watched my video on Monday, you'll have seen, I think it was 16 different workwear outfit ideas, and I tried to include a real price range there because, as I mentioned, what is a splurge for some people may be a save for other people. So that video's got loads of different outfit ideas and different price points, but something to keep in mind is that firstly, you wear your work clothes every single day, so you are going to be getting such good price per wear out of these pieces. They're probably quite hard working pieces as well. You're standing up, sitting down, going to meetings, commuting, so you definitely don't want your trousers to be looking baggy around the knees or starting to look a little bit scruffy after a few uses. And also, I love the expression dress for the job you want, not for the job you've got. So by investing a little in your workwear, ensuring that you've got a really well-fitting blazer or a really great power suit that makes you feel really confident, that's actually, in my opinion, going to impact the way that you work, the way that you present yourself, and the way that you come across in meetings, whether that's talking to your colleagues or meeting a potential client for the first time. If you feel really good in your workwear, then I think you're going to be performing your best at work. Once again, the more premium retailers are my go-to for workwear. Brands like Reiss and Karen Millen, I think their pieces are fantastic quality and really classic designs, so you can wear these workwear pieces that you have invested in year after year. I'm very new to the world of blazers, but this pink blazer from Reiss has totally rocked my world lately. I feel so incredible when I wear this. I think this is the ultimate workwear piece, but whether you want something as statement as this to really add a bit of wow and colour to your work wardrobe, or you're looking for that perfect fitting pair of trousers, definitely check out those more premium retailers because you truly do, in my opinion, get what you pay for. So my next save category is underwear, and this is a little bit of a controversial one and possibly a little bit contradictory because yes, your underwear is closest to your skin and it can make you feel really great if you've got lovely underwear on, but I don't think that means it needs to be expensive. For me, I feel really great if it is a matching set, for example, or just something really pretty with lovely lace detail. But I can't ever see myself wanting to spend hundreds of pounds on those super expensive brands when really, is the lace any different to the Topshop lace knickers? I really don't think so. Plus, obviously we wear our underwear every single day. I think it has a lifespan of around 6 to 8 months until it starts to be no longer looking its best. So tatty underwear I would recommend getting rid of. Because that turnaround is a little bit quicker than other things in your wardrobe, I don't think it's something that we should be spending a lot of money on. Of course, we want to be supported and we want to be feeling good in what we're wearing underneath, but most of the time our underwear remains invisible. Normally people can't see what your underwear is. That's another reason not to go spending hundreds of pounds on your lingerie. My next splurge category is the eye-catching piece, and this depends again on your personal style and your lifestyle, but what I mean by this eye-catching piece is what do people notice first about your outfit. Here in the UK, more often than not, it is your coat. So a coat is something that I would most definitely recommend investing in because it covers the rest of your outfit. It's the thing that is most often on display and more often than not the thing that people notice about your outfit first if you live in this kind of climate. As with most of these tips, I feel like the general running theme is to splurge and invest in those pieces that you wear time and time again, because the price per wear works out really well on these pieces that you do get a lot of use out of. But as well as that, a coat also has lots of practical functions. It keeps you warm, it keeps you protected from the elements, so you want your coat to do that job really well, as well as making the rest of your outfit look good. I've actually done an entire video on how to choose your perfect coat and my coat collection, so I'll leave that linked down below so you can check that out for more general tips on finding the perfect coat. But a really smart coat, and one that you have chosen well and invested in, I think can do wonders for your outfit. This is my current favourite spring coat. It is a lined coat from Reiss in this gorgeous kind of grey velvet shade. I feel so smart when I wear this. The way that it's cut is absolutely beautiful. It gives a gorgeous silhouette. I'll pop a little video clip on the screen now with actually what I would say is a really good workwear outfit and a good visual example to my previous splurge recommendation. But I feel so fabulous in this because it is layered and really good quality materials. I'm super warm and I think it's the smartest way of finishing off my outfit. My next save category recommendation is denim, and jeans in particular. There are so many brands out there like Victoria Beckham denim and True Religion, those kind of brands. There's probably even more expensive ones. I just don't know about them because I never really research expensive denim. Jeans can really go up to the multiple hundreds of pounds. I'm sure there are even jeans out there that are thousands of pounds, but personally I think the high street has everything we need and more. The most I would be comfortable paying for a pair of jeans, I would say, would be around the like £90 to £95 mark, and even then I would want it to be a super classic, well-made pair that is going to be on trend for year after year after year. I will normally go to the even more affordable retailers like River Island, for example. This is my current favourite pair of jeans, my snake print jeans. These are a little bit more of a trend piece, so once again I was definitely going to go to the high street for these. But the high street have definitely got it nailed when it comes to the texture of the jeans and the quality. They've got the perfect amount of elasticity, especially River Island, where they always fit you really nicely. The shape is absolutely perfect. They make your bum look good. They're the perfect length, and I really don't foresee any reason to spend any more than £40 or £50 on your favourite pair of jeans. On that note, there are quite a few rumours in the fashion industry as well that it's actually the exact same factory and more often than not the same roll of denim that is used to make Primark jeans as it is to make more expensive designer pairs of jeans. So sometimes, especially with a product as simple as a pair of jeans, more often than not it is the brand and the label that you're paying for rather than the quality of the piece. So that's just another reason to save rather than splurge on your denim. My final splurge product category is probably the most obvious and predictable, especially those of you that are not new to my channel, and it is handbags. Personally, I think a beautiful quality handbag instantly elevates your look. When I did my how to look expensive video, that was one of my biggest talking points, how a handbag can really elevate even the most simple and inexpensive of outfits. Just add a luxury bag and it has such a huge impact on your look. My recurring point as well of things that you wear every single day are something that you should invest in is also very relevant to handbags, especially when it comes to your everyday bag. Mine is my Mulberry Bayswater. The best price per wear probably of everything in my entire wardrobe, because I use this every single day. It's literally got all of my daily essentials in there. It's a really practical bag, super quality, and you get what you pay for when it comes to the craftsmanship and the long-lasting style points of a designer handbag. Now, of course, I'm not recommending that everybody goes out there and buys a designer bag. Not everybody has the budget for that, and that is totally okay. There are so many different tiers and price points when it comes to investing in a bag. Never blow your budget budget on something that you can't afford, just look to get the best quality bag that you can for your budget. A brand that I think has the most incredible quality designs, beautiful bags, and more affordable price points than your typical designer is Aspinall. I've got quite a few bags from Aspinall. This is my most recent addition. It is the Lansdowne bag. You're getting that same beautiful craftsmanship and quality, timeless design detail, but usually around the £400–500 mark, so a whole lot more affordable than your typical Mulberry, Chloe, Louis Vuitton kind of designer bag price tag. There's also brands like Kate Spade, Tory Burch, Michael Kors. These are all premium bag designers that have more affordable price tags but still that amazing quality, especially for your everyday bag. And these retailers often go into the sale as well. I will leave a blog post link down below with my favourite sale edits, but you can more often than not get a really amazing quality handbag at around 40% off, especially at this time of year. And to round things off, I'm conscious this is becoming a very long chatty video, my final save category is swimwear. And potentially I'm being a little bit hypocritical here because in the past I've told you how great I feel when I do wear my more premium swimwear pieces, but I think it's definitely not a product category you need to spend on. Maybe if you live in California or Australia and you spend a lot of time on the beach, you might want to consider investing slightly more in your swimwear. But if, like me, your swimwear is reserved only for those times when you go on a beach holiday, then the high street has some beautiful designs at a fraction of the price of the high street pieces. You're not going to be getting a ton of use out of these pieces, so you don't need the quality to be super high level. Your high street bikinis and swimming costumes aren't going to be falling apart at the seams, and more often than not with swimwear I do think you are paying for the label when it's the more expensive ones. There really is not much material to begin with, so you can't really expect a huge increase in quality when it comes to designer swimwear pieces. It's far more important that you feel great in your swimming costume than how much you paid for it and what brand is sewn into the very tiny label. Okay, so those are all of my splurge versus save product categories. I'd love to know if you guys agree with me. Do you have any recommendations for what else you should splurge on, or other product categories that you think it's worthwhile saving on? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts. And if you've ever splurged on something that I recommend you save on and it's actually been a really good purchase, things like that, if you've ever broken these rules, then let me know. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions as always. And that's all from me, darlings. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for another spring edit video coming your way tomorrow. Don't forget to turn on the notifications so you don't miss it when they go live, which is usually around 6 o'clock in the evenings, thereabouts. But that's all from me. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye.